Well, it's great to be here again.
Yeah, this is our season finale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 8.
Episode 8.
Can you believe it? We're here already.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
isn't
amazing.
it? It's like gone with the wind. Like it was very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanna talk about
Well,
subject.
wait a sec. We gotta thank you,
Oh, I gotta thank them. Yeah, let's thank them.
Well, welcome to Roommate Roulette. My name is Brooke.
My name is Orhun.
And we're just gonna get right into it today.
Yeah. Because there's a subject that we were avoiding because you tell me, okay, next episode.
I know! So of course we save it for now.
But like, it's a cliche episode. It's like everybody talks about it. It's dating in LA, which everybody says it sucks.
Yeah.
But it's like, why don't you make it better by sucking less?
It's impossible.
It's like, if everybody who thinks dating in LA sucks got together and fucked each other and like
just have their own little community.
It would be great dating in LA,
but would it?
It's a distance we put between ourselves, like
But like, are we part of the problem too?
We are.
Because
so
would
want
it
perfect.
be better?
You want perfect man. I want perfect woman. That's why. It's like, what would the perfect? If a perfect woman wanted me, I'd be like, she's not perfect. Why does she want me?
Or you'd find some weird little flaw and you'd be like, no,
yeah.
I can't deal with this for the rest of my life.
Impossible standards.
Yeah. Like, I have a friend who, like, if a man's teeth are even slightly crooked, she will not date them. She has a thing with teeth.
Is she a 10? Oh no, it's just the teeth. I thought you were just giving an example of how perfect she like. It's just there's some people.
Well, it's just like, it's a little thing, but that's how picky we all are.
Yeah.
Like, really? You're not gonna go out with him because he has a little tiny crooked tooth that you can barely see?
Mine is never like that. Mine is like, yeah, I like beautiful women and stuff, but my thing is, if I say something like a joke,
yeah,
unless it's extremely evil, because sometimes I do go there, but if it's a little inappropriate and she acts like I'm like the worst person ever,
yeah,
I'd be like, this is done.
Yeah.
I had someone's mother who did that. I'm like, I loved her passionately, but I was like, this is not gonna work out.
Yeah.
I don't want to be with this mother in Thanksgiving.
No.
It's like...
No, she's too old.
Yeah.
For a long-term partner.
Also, I knew that she would become a mother like that too. She saw signs that she would be a mother like that. I don't want my kid raised by a person who says, what do we say before we eat?
Yeah, no. Let's just enjoy the food and be grateful we have it. For me, though, like, I have a really hard time with conversation with dating because I get bored so easily. Like, I need a really intellectual man to keep me interesting. And
I gotta say, like, I go on a lot of dates online and normal. There's a lot of, I bet I show a lot of red flags, but I'm definitely, like, I've
like,
never...
what kind?
Like, I don't know, like, my car has these 2 scratches,
Yeah.
For some people, that's a red flag. I talk a lot. I just got so good at not interrupting people, though. Like, this is me amazing at it. The thing about that, how bad it was.
Literally.
But I've never bored anyone. I had this girl who went on one date with me, and then, like, I tried to get on a second date with her. She's gonna be my first Asian girlfriend, but she's like, no.
Didn't rise up?
She was very beautiful, and she was very calm and quiet and like nice. But she said we're not compatible, so we didn't like. And I said, thank you for your honesty. Like, I like direct women.
Definitely.
I hit on a 21-year-old last month who basically said like she was acting interested in me, but also saying stuff like, in a decade I might be lesbian. I don't know. Like, they don't know what the fuck they're thinking. This new generation.
Yeah, no, it's like they're lost. But, to be fair,
I'm
not dating 10 years younger, Orhun. I'm trying to date 10 years older, so I don't have those problems.
Yeah, fair enough. But it was just, I just gave that lesbian as an example. Like, she said other stuff that I was like, oh, she wants me to leave her. Like, I'm being there.
Right.
So I said, hey, I'm bothering you at work. Let me go away. And she's like, oh, no. You want like a free thing? Like, and I was like, okay. And then I was trying to ask her out. And she said, oh, I don't really like going out that much. I don't know, maybe like if I want to
I
go
don't
out.
like going
And I was
out
like,
that much.
yeah. And then I tell her, oh, okay. I said like I wasn't asking you out. You know, like I'm probably too old for you. Like
Right.
you wouldn't like me. She said, I think you're very cute. You have great hair. I'm like, what do you want?
That's so bizarre. It's so
It is.
bizarre.
And they're all a little bit like that. They don't know what they want.
Yeah.
The young ones.
I mean, when you're a woman dealing with men, you kind of have the opposite problem where men come on too forward. And you don't have that opportunity to create like kind of like fun tension between you two. It's just like, it becomes obvious. It's like, okay, the dude's trying to sleep with me.
It's the hard
like,
to find the
This isn't
middle.
even fun. It's too easy.
It's hard to find the middle though, you know, like I have two settings. One of them is very shy, and the other one is frustrated that I've been so shy, and then immediately
Yeah.
Hey, do you want me? Do you want me right now?
You've kind of moved past that though.
Oh no, I'm middle, but that was my two settings.
Yeah.
No, that's my two default settings, but like, yeah, I have learned to operate in the middle.
Yeah.
But if I just let myself go, those are still my two polar opposite settings.
Yeah.
Dating is, I don't know, a friend of mine was telling me dating is easy in New York. When I moved there, he said, just tell them immediately that you're not from New York and already they'll love you. Because apparently New York men are like cheating and weird and
oh, definitely. I've heard the same thing.
I think I'm a boy too, so I don't know what's going to change in New York, but like I'm kind of excited.
Maybe you'll become a real man.
Yeah, relatively, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but I've never been to New York, so I can't really speak on it.
You've never been?
No.
Like,
I know! I need to go! I really want to. It's been on my bucket list since high school. But
so crazy, isn't it? When you go there...
I might not leave.
See, that's the thing. When you go there, you can't believe you've never been.
I know.
You're like, of course I've been, like, but like, it's just, the world took you there.
Yeah.
With movies and all, but like, no, you have never been.
I've always known I'm going to go to New York. Like, even when I was in high school, I wanted to go there for school, but it just didn't feel like the right timing. California felt right, so that's what I did. But even now, it's like, I want to go now, but it's like, it's not the right time. So when the time is right, I'm really looking forward to it.
Do you ever get sad when you go to a new city because you're almost like, you know, there's a bunch of possibilities in the city too. There's a life in the city. There's a me in the city that I will never discover. Like, for example, cities you never go to, like you go to London, you're like, I'm never going to be in London for longer than like 6 months unless something crazy happens. But you're like, there is a possibility for me here. There's a me in here that I'll never meet. It's almost like when you travel.
I know what you mean. I felt like that in Paris.
Yeah, you almost kill yourself every time you travel in that way. You're killing that part of you that you didn't know existed.
But that's where we should just become more global citizens and make travel more accessible.
But I'm not talking about travel. I'm talking about living.
Yeah, but like living, you know, because you can live somewhere 6 months here, 6 months there.
Yeah, but then that's not living. You understand what I mean? Like, Londoner you.
Yeah.
But even then, if you did 6 months ago, you'll still run out of places. Like, you can't be living in Rio de Janeiro. Like, there's a Portuguese Brooke.
I don't know about that. Maybe.
She's more tan.
Yeah. I literally was thinking about getting a spray tan the other day because I am so fucking white. Like, I'm so fair. I'm like, is this holding me back?
I don't even know anything about spray tan. Like, that's the thing. Like, I know spray tan, but like, I don't. Is it looked down upon?
Spray tans? I mean, if you get a really good one, it looks natural.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You don't come out orange anymore. You know, and for me, I would just get the lightest shade.
Why is Donald Trump orange?
Great question. Bad makeup artist?
Maybe.
Or maybe he's so old and has to cover up so much that he just like packs it on. You know? Because like you've seen like the pictures where it's like orange and then white. You know? And like his hairline too.
He got plastic surgery and everything, right? Probably. Hair plugs.
I don't know. I really dislike having his name even in my mouth.
I want to see what he would actually look like.
Like all stripped down, naked and bare?
No. If he never had anything done. Just what he would look like.
Probably just as ugly.
Yeah. My father is like 69, and you know he looks like old, but like he looks better.
Yeah.
That's what I like my father is that his genes are good. I'm gonna keep the hair and the face too a little bit.
Totally. I'm so grateful for my mother's genes. Like, looks
Yeah,
beautiful,
she's beautiful
for her age.
She's beautiful. How
Yeah.
old is she?
She's 55.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah. And
Yeah, she looks perpetually mid-40s.
yeah, she gets that a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I got good
hopefully,
genes for my
hopefully
skin.
the sun and the stress doesn't.
Well, I wear SPF every day.
Really?
And I do.
But like every 2 hours you apply it?
Not every 2 hours, but
You do wear
I
it.
put it on. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Sometimes. Not always though.
You know, I have a full back tattoo. I have a big tattoo.
Yeah, I know.
And getting my tattoo is actually what changed like my body skincare, because there was a summer where I couldn't have my tattoo really exposed to the sun because it was so fresh, and I had to put on like a bunch of like SPF 70 and stuff like that.
You put it yourself? You just had your boyfriend put it or something?
No, I didn't. I'm pretty flexible.
No, me too, but you can never get it right.
Oh, but I can.
Oh, well,
You kind of push your elbow up, you
excuse
know?
me.
Oh, I have a system. But, you know, I was like, oh, I'm not just going to have my back be fair and the rest of my body get tan. So I put it all over my body. And then my skin felt better that summer. So I decided, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep putting on sunscreen.
But just the parts that the sun is hitting. Because if you're wearing clothes, you don't have to.
Right. Well, if my skin's going to be exposed to the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, it's just good for you.
I think so too.
But
also
now
it
I'm
dries
like,
it up too. You can't wear it all the time either.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be under the sun playing volleyball, that's when I put all of it.
Right, except now I'm like, man, my legs, they're just like, I'm so white. I'm just super white.
My butt is like extremely white.
But, you know, it's in some cultures that's a positive thing, you know? So it's like, should I just
what do you mean
like...
some cultures? In almost all cultures.
Yeah, so it's like
Even-
almost
even-
like, should I stop being insecure about that? Because it's something people strive to have. You know, it's like, why can't we all just be happy with ourselves?
No, let's see. Everybody wants to be slightly dark but white.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So,
I don't know.
yeah.
I'm wearing my high school thing.
Oh, really? But it says Robert College.
Yeah, college means high school in French, and we took it from them.
Oh, okay.
But then, because we're an American high school, but it's in Turkey, you know, it's written like that. It's a long story, but
yeah,
they're like weird.
Yeah.
Also, it used to be high school and college, I think.
I see.
There's that too, so.
Yeah.
But now it's high school.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's the place that, you know, taught me to speak English really well, and I did theater there and all that stuff. But it also gave me that ambition, that whole, I need to be the best, I need to be the best. Where's my competition? What's my competition doing?
Yeah.
And like the misery that place set me up for took me a decade to get over and love myself.
Mm. Do you think that plays into how you date?
Interesting. What do you mean? Maybe.
Like the ambition of always trying to get the best.
I guess, but I don't ever care about other people's girlfriends because I know that the most beautiful or the most doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It's compatibility.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want the one that's the most compatible with me. So I
Yeah.
guess in that way maybe.
Yeah.
But no, it's mostly like at my job I always like what I want to do like with comedy. And but here's the thing, the rest of Turkey is even worse because they don't teach you that much, and so I'm proud of it also. It made me who I am.
Yeah.
In Turkey in general, it's almost like we're not allowed to be happy. We don't give ourselves permission to be happy. We all put like...
At least y'all are realists.
But we're not doing
You know?
But we are too negative. We're like... Unless you're going to do it perfect, why start something? But it's like you can't be good at anything if you don't fail.
That's true. You have to try.
Like
Just like with dating, you have to try. You have to go out and meet people.
You tell people your dreams and tell you, oh, well, what for? Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Like they'll put a hole in it till they inflate it.
Yeah, and then they'll watch you drown while they're sipping their cocktail. Oops, she fell.
It's because people don't want to see someone who tries.
Yeah.
Because
I know, that's the thing. Like, we're
makes them
either
feel worse
nothing
about
or we're
themselves.
everything. It's like we don't appreciate the process.
Yeah. Because the extremes is like,
Yeah.
everyone needs to be this.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like,
You know, I went on this date with this guy once, and I don't drink alcohol, and he wanted to go to a bar, and I was like, I don't want to do that. So we ended up going to get ice cream, and I had told him, like, walking in, I told him, I was like, I'm allergic to chocolate, which is true. I'm, like, super allergic to chocolate.
yeah.
And guess what flavor of ice cream he got? Chocolate.
Why?
Why did he order it? I don't know.
For himself?
For himself, yeah. But I'm like, for me, that was just like immediately like, nope.
But
Just out of courtesy, just order something different. Cause like, I don't even want to like even try to kiss you. Like, I don't want to be around you. Like, just order something different. Like, I just told you I have a serious allergy to chocolate and you order chocolate. You know, what if I had said...
But what did he order for you?
I ordered my own. But it's just a respect thing, you know? It's just respect.
You know what's crazy though? Like, when you say it, I went, oh, yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
But in the moment, maybe I could have been that stupid too.
Yeah, but then...
Because you said chocolate and it made him think of chocolate.
But I get bored with men super easily because I'm like, I want you to think about that. I want you to be 5 steps ahead of me. You know, and I'm already incredibly intelligent, so for a man to be able to do that, like, I can't find it. Like, I ditched the dude after like 20 minutes. I was so done. So done. I was like, I am not wasting my time here.
Dude, yeah, like, but I don't know. I understand you though. But that's again, you're trying to be too perfect, you know?
I'm not trying to be perfect or not. Like, if a man doesn't challenge me,
but
here's the
question. Here's the question. Was everything else great and you left him for that? No. He was already not satisfying you intellectually, and then that made you go, ugh, he doesn't even care. Isn't that the case?
Like, our texting was, like, flirty and fun, you know, but as soon as I met him and he ordered the fucking chocolate, I was just like, dude, just
really? That did it for you?
Oh, I was so done. Yeah.
But that one girl, remember, she ditched me because I didn't confirm the day off, even though I said, yeah, we're meeting Monday, but then I told her like 2 days ago, hey, I have a thing, can you wait later? And said, yeah.
Yeah.
But then I didn't confirm and she just didn't have other plans, but she didn't meet me because she's like, my time is very important. It's like that girl, it's like, it's kind of the same level in a way, like.
At least I showed up though. You know, I was testing him with his thoughtfulness.
See,
he chose to not be thoughtful or...
Tell me that, but don't tell me that he's stupid because of that. Tell me he's stupid for another reason, but that doesn't make him stupid.
You said the word stupid.
You said he doesn't intellectual enough. You said, I need someone who's going to be smarter than me.
Yeah, but I'm not calling him stupid.
You're just telling him you're very smart and then...
Yeah, he just wasn't smart enough.
Yeah.
You know, I want like a fucking genius next to me. Someone who really challenges me.
Ugh. You would hate a genius though.
No.
He probably spends lives... Because the true geniuses are spending their lives just working all day and doing... Like in lab, they don't have social...
Well, fine, like... You know, in between smart and genius, like
you need
you're taking the word too seriously. I don't need any like fucking
Elon
Musk level.
Isn't it crazy how I use all words top shelf? I say this,
you're just saying it too far, like.
and then I'm like, oh, what do you mean by genius? I'm like making your words, yeah.
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 No.
So let me ask you a question. I have 3 girls in my life right now.
Yeah.
One of them is more of the sexual fiery side.
Okay.
The other one is that girl I went out with that was like, I wasn't incredibly attracted to. But I was attracted to her.
Yeah,
But she seemed very like calculated and logical.
Yeah.
Which, that was the thing I didn't like about her. But everything else, like how intelligent she was, I really liked. And she's tall and like beautiful.
Yeah.
She's not immediately my type, but I'm attracted to her, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the third one is the one that I have this emotional connection to, and she and I are like really close friends.
Right.
But I don't want to lose her friendship, and also I know that if I get into a relationship with her, it's gonna have baggage. So which is the one that I go for?
Well, look, I will say this. If you're looking at something that's a long-term relationship, the foundation to that relationship is emotional connection.
I hate you say that, but go ahead.
You know, like they say, like, be friends first and then get married. Because if you, in marriage, so much happens, so many ups and downs, that if you don't have that connection, that emotional understanding with one another, then you can fall out of the relationship very easily.
But she's very like this way and then that way. Like, I don't trust her. Like, I don't distrust her. But I don't know. I don't know who she is in a way. Like, she and I are friends, but I don't want to get close.
Totally understand.
The other one says just whatever is in her mind, the logical one. Well, that's why I feel more comfortable with her.
It's, you know, if we're looking at the girl who's going back and forth, it's like, maybe she's insecure in some way about the relationship too. Maybe she doesn't want to ruin the friendship either.
Yeah. Nobody...
You never know.
Like, I don't know. You might be right. But I don't know. I don't think girls think that way. Oh, I don't want to ruin our friendship. No, girls are like, if they are attracted to you and they're good friends, they're like, yeah, I want this guy.
Yeah.
That's why I don't buy it.
Everyone's kind of different though.
Yeah, I wanna to have my fun while the logical one was out of town, because we're not in a relationship yet, but the fun one was also out of town. Now they're both coming back. I like the logical one because I think there might be some fire in her. Maybe she just doesn't show yet. And if she has fire in her, she's great.
Yeah, then, you know, I think you should definitely see her again.
But do I see, I hate, like, some people are like, oh, unless you're exclusive, it's okay. But it's like, I don't like seeing two people at the same time. Like, I don't have time for myself then.
But again, dating in LA, like, everybody...
needs options.
Seems like they're dating everyone. Like,
yeah, it's because everybody, like, these open relationships. Let's talk about open relationships. You go first because I'm angry at them.
Because I just feel like in open relationships, you don't know what you want. You know, I have been in love before.
Some of these people really know what, like, yeah, actually, you know what?
I've been in love before.
They say that.
And when you really love someone, you don't have eyes for other people. You know, there is that true connection and passion there.
But see, it's because of who you are. But some of those girls, they live for the thrill. And they want a safe guy to have a relationship.
I would bet so much money that they have never experienced actual love. And they probably haven't been emotionally vulnerable with themselves. 100%. Because, like, there is, you know, your sexual energy is also very sacred. See, and if you just, like, give it away, then it doesn't mean enough.
See, that's why some of these pretty girls, they push over, like, almost like, what do you call it?
Yeah. Like, wallflower boys.
Yeah. Because even if they cheated on them, the ones that are close relationship, it's almost like they wouldn't mind giving them up, or like they would forgive them or something. But sometimes they're in an open relationship with them because they want that, like, they almost don't want to be single. It's a status thing. It's like their friends are not single. They don't want to be single either. They want to be in a relationship, but they also want to have the odd dick every now and then.
Yeah.
Remember Succession? The odd side dick?
No, I don't remember that part.
Remember Tom was telling Shiv about their marriage? I do, but I do also want to gobble the odd side dick.
Yes, yeah, when that whole thing was going on.
That's the best show. But
here's the thing, like, I totally get if you're in a relationship and let's say you want to explore other people within that relationship. I feel like you should be doing it together. Or you have an agreement where, like, X time, you know, it's okay to venture out. But I personally would feel like dog shit doing that. Like, I wouldn't even feel motivated to go talk to other guys if I was in a committed relationship.
Same, but like, again, these girls are not like you.
Make it spicy.
You're conservative in a way.
I'm down to have a sex dungeon. Like, I don't consider myself conservative
that's different.
At all.
You're like, but you're like, you don't like complicated stuff, which is ironic because you find yourself...
I'm kind of complicated though, but...
But you want one guy. You want to do the weird shit with one guy. You don't want to go... This guy, dude...
Look, if we want to bring in other people to it as a special thing...
What are you saying? I'm learning new stuff about you. Really? You'd be down to that?
I'm open to that, but not like...
Since when? What happened to you?
What do you mean? I feel like I've always been like this.
But you've never done that, have you?
But it would but I'm open to it.
Oh,
but
you're crazy.
like it would have to be with him though. As
11
a couple.
years, I'm still learning stuff about you. What the fuck?
Yeah.
With two couples or like a third? Yeah.
No, just like it would have to be with my husband. Like it would have to be a thing we do together.
But then never the same girl twice, huh?
Never the same girl twice or guy if he's like
okay, so you're still conservative.
But
I see. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If I was married and the wife said, "Let's bring another girl," even then I'd be odd because I like the one-on-one. I don't want to I'm not a freak, you know. Not that you are one, but I'm saying. But if she said, "I'm gonna bring another guy," I'm like, we're done. Like if she even came near the subject, I'm a one dick in fantasy for a guy. I almost double teamed a girl with a guy, but that's different. That's a girl I didn't care about.
Yeah. Well, I'm also down to not have those experiences too. Like, but if like my husband has this thing where he wants that, like I would want to make sure that like my relationship's healthy. But I don't think this open relationship idea is truly like a committed relationship to me. Like where you're going out and dating and forming like these emotional connections with other people and like you're exploring these different avenues, like that's just dating to me.
Did I tell you about this comedian I knew? This Italian guy had his girlfriend who was like a stripper and a sex worker. Okay. But she's like, oh, but I'm loyal to you otherwise. But then she would cheat too. And he would not only forgive her, he's like, oh, she's just an addiction. And he's a good looking, great dude. That's the crazy thing, talented. But then she's like, I'm going to Detroit. And he doesn't want her to be with another guy, so he moves there with her. Like, there are those... I just feel that's like, what I'm saying. There's different girls than you. You can't generalize with women. Some women just have different needs to be satisfied.
Yeah, it's true. But, like, then don't be in a relationship.
Yeah, but it's almost like she didn't want to, but he was so into her that, like, they became codependent. Like, there's so many different types of relationships. There's so many people that sell their wives. Dude, sell.
I mean, yeah. But like, if we want to talk about,
we have three different words for it in Turkey.
The open relationship community is very much advocates of having healthy relationships, and I feel like if you are truly in a healthy relationship, you are not venturing out to be with other people.
Well, yeah, that's just I agree with that, but these people are like, oh no, we're more evolved. I'm like, are you?
There's like just the biological risks of STDs or pregnancy, and like you pose complications to your core relationship that I feel is unnecessary.
Yeah. Remember my friend Andrew, who I hope he's alive. I think he's alive. He's just in Idaho or Canada, and we just haven't spoken in a while.
Yeah.
But he was the one that gave us the camera that we're using, and he's gone. Like he's never asked for it back.
Andrew, if you see this, please contact us.
Yeah, please.
We miss you.
Yeah, exactly. And like I just realized I was looking at him, and I realized I texted him like a year and a half, 2 years ago, and then he texted me back, and like
you just didn't respond.
I don't know how I did because I always respond, and it's the same thing. And then like when I told you, you were like, oh, like we live in an alternate timeline. I feel like because of my hat was lost and it was found in a drawer, and then this
text.
But then I realized I think it's just the sobriety. It's the not smoking. It's the like
sobriety makes a big difference in how you perceive your life and how you remember your life too. But
I'm also glad I know something about people who do some drug. It makes them more interesting. I'm not saying drug addicts are more interesting. You said that.
Yeah,
once.
I think that.
Yeah, but even if you're not an addict, like if you were an addict for a while and then you stopped.
But that's the thing is
people who never do it.
In the addiction community, if you are even 10 years sober, you're still an addict.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Same. You know? It's actually
you're just
true.
a recovering addict.
I know. It's actually true.
Yeah.
I know that firsthand. But it's like people who never do drugs. That's not a good life either.
No.
I don't know why. They're all squares, to use the 80s term.
Yeah. But I know someone who doesn't drink, never drank, never did drugs, doesn't even like to take Tylenol and stuff, and they're pretty interesting.
But they did life, probably.
But they've had a complicated life.
See, that's fine
which has given them character,
See, there needs to be some sort of struggle.
Definitely.
I think struggle makes it an interesting, so we shouldn't say drugs.
Yeah.
But
I mean, drugs too, because
no, drugs are the easiest one.
sometimes the experiences on drugs are just so like mind opening. Like it gives you just a totally new perspective on your life that once you come back to sober space, you reflect on that and you're like, wow, like I should change this about myself.
But you know what? Here's another thing. Sometimes they ruin the fuck out of your life.
Well, they ruin a lot of lives.
And take it. But sometimes they ruin a life. But in the middle of that ruined life, you find out who you really are.
Yes.
And that's beautiful.
And it's almost like a spiritual awakening kind of process where you just like have to shed all of this baggage and energy baggage that you've had from your past, and you step forward as, oh, wait, this is me. Because I think when you get really deep into addiction, it's like, am I going to die or am I going to live?
Yeah.
And you have to make that choice to
live. You appreciate life, you hold on to it more.
Yeah.
Like some of my worst times of my life, right after it, I was a better man for it.
Yeah. Same.
Or a better boy.
Same here.
I remember the thing that we were going to talk about, and I said, yeah, you said, yeah, and then we both forgot.
Yeah?
I was going to talk about, like, artists, like painters who actually give up. And then they go the safe path and make more money.
Oh, okay, we're going back there. Okay.
Yeah. No, the reason I want to go back to it is because when you're in your 20s, you don't understand because you have no friends who give up. You have friends who do this and do that. You know, you haven't lived enough. But when you've lived enough and you meet people who go do a job that pays well, but then they hate it and they come back, or they hate it and they stay, and then they tell you how they feel, you're like, holy shit, like, I didn't respect myself this whole time, but without appreciating myself, I've made the right choice to be happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing, I didn't make it because I'm smart. I made it, I guess, because I'm selfish and I'm like, what I want.
Yeah.
But somehow, my idiot self has found itself in the right path, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how many painters do you know, like, who just stopped painting? We had a friend in college who was
really
amazing. But he never paints, he just hates it. I have a friend in Turkey who's amazing. She worked for artists. She would ghost paint for them, so because they had a name. So these guys would sell her paintings for a lot of money, give her maybe 5%. And she quit. She said, I literally don't want to see another painting or a painter ever again. She said that to my mom.
Oh. I don't know. Artists have very complex minds.
It's because, like, I want to say we, even though I do comedy, I don't know about painting.
I mean, we are both artists.
Yeah. But theirs is even crazier.
Yeah.
Like, theirs is the purest form of...
Yeah. I know, my client, actually, who created the design for this blanket.
I keep looking at it.
Charmaine Shu, she's incredible. She's one of the best artists I've ever met. And, you know, her work is incredible, but what makes her a great artist is her story and the way that she impacts people day to day. She's just such an inspiration in whatever she does. And sometimes I feel like she doesn't lean into that, you know, and that's why I work with her, as I'm working on helping her, like, put that out there, because for her, she just wants to paint and then be done with it.
See, that's what,
you know, it's like that marketing process that artists have to do now in order to be profitable is so difficult.
It's almost, that's because her connection with her medium has to be pure in her heart.
It is,
and she doesn't want to adulterate it.
It's so pure for her, and it's just such, like, a soul process.
Yeah.
It's like a self-expression. It's just part of who she is.
That's what I'm saying. It's people like that who are passionately and purely connected to their art, who make stuff that other people can connect to.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. They're also really bad at milking that connection.
Well, it's because they don't want to walk around saying, look at me, I'm the best. You know, it's like, because there's a vulnerability to creating art, right? Like, we both know that.
Oh,
like, when putting your art out there, it's very, like, exposing and
no,
uncomfortable.
Like, you know me. I say some things on stage where literally while saying it, I'm like, please don't say it, please don't say it, please don't say it. And then because my mind is the kind of mind when it says that, it goes, how dare you try to stop me? And I say it even more.
Yeah.
But see, Leonard Cohen had this song named Suzanne. Mm-hmm. And apparently this record producer made him sign a paper and took the rights from him. It's a beautiful song, and he didn't make a dime from it. And he's playing it in a concert, and And he told the story and he said, and I think that's fair, he said, because a man shouldn't be able to write this song and get rich from it too.
He said that?
Yeah.
I disagree. It's your work, it's your intellectual property, it's your passion, it's your energy.
See, but that's why he thinks that way, and that's why, because his soul is such a, like a bird with a broken wing, that's why he writes those songs that have inherent sadness in them.
Yeah.
And it takes your sadness away because you realize, hey, like greater men than me have been sad, and it just fills you.
Yeah. But I don't know, I want artists to profit from their work, you know, and...
No, me too.
I do, for sure.
But I also, see, he should have had someone on his corner who made that guy shoo away. Like, I have my brother, right?
Exactly,
if I do work in Turkey and somebody tries to fuck me with money, my brother is the kind of guy, my brother loves money so much, and loves me also, he would destroy them.
Yeah, I believe that for sure. And that's why artists need advocates, you know. Almost like a music manager, but an artist manager. Like,
yeah. But him thinking that way, I think is beautiful because he just has to be that guy.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I wish I could be that relaxed about like art. Like as I'm not. I'm like I want to find a way to monetize everything. But it's interesting because I don't either, and I go for it, and then I'm like, I don't want to sell myself.
Can I be honest with you? I do want to monetize it because I have friends who are monetizing it, and I want to do it more so I don't have to do other stuff.
Yeah.
But honestly, there's a part of me that is like, if somebody paid for it, it almost becomes dirty to me.
Yes. My gosh, when I used to design fashion, I had some designs that people wanted to buy. And I literally wouldn't do it. I didn't want to sell them. I kept them. Because I felt like I would tarnish them by selling them. I felt like...
And now people are making computers design stuff. It's going to put a bunch of artists out of work.
Well, yes and no.
No.
The technology will complement the design process.
Yeah.
It'll heighten it.
Yeah.
It's actually part of my vision, but I don't want to talk about it.
Long story.
Yeah, it's a long story, not for today.
But
that's like a future thing.
I just want to say, like, painters and other artists, they shouldn't quit their thing. There's beauty in it because people who do quit and get those jobs, they either return or be miserable. And
yeah, I always think about my death when I'm making decisions, and I'm like, if I'm dying, would I think about this moment and regret it? Would I regret not taking the chance?
I can't, I'm at a place where I can't not do comedy till I die. It's impossible. Even if I go get a safe job, I'll leave that safe job at 6 p.m., go do 3 open mics. Like, I can't not talk into the microphone and make people laugh anymore. I can't not do it.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing. Is it better if you were going to quit? If you were the kind of person who started and then quit? Like this guy who shot a film of mine in film school and then became a math major. Here's the thing. Is it better that they don't start so they don't know what they're missing ever? Because I asked this to my mother once and she said, oh, no. You'd be at a job making people laugh, knowing that there's stand-up out there and film out there and be miserable. She said...
I agree with her.
Because it's not like you were not going to know that those things exist. You would be like, I could do it.
I think we have a problem in our society where we're always forced to compromise on our purpose and our path because of the way that the corporate world is structured. Because, I mean, there's mom and pop shops.
It's our peers that buy into that make us feel insecure. Like we're not professional or something.
Totally.
What do you mean we're not professional? I can fucking connect to people. I can take a crowd and fucking shake them.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, art is so
But people have told me that before. People were like, oh, you do a lot too much open mics. Like, you should do shows only. You should... But like, like, who the fuck do you think you are, dude? Like, you've been funny 4 times in your life. I'm funny every night. Like, what
Also, that's what you love to do. And I think every time you go to an open mic, you come home and you have a new story to tell about the audience. And I think you grow a lot as a comedian doing that.
People are just playing at it. Like, I think I'm doing it for real, but...
you put yourself in uncomfortable situations.
But what do I know? I just everything I say is self-serving. It's, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a dick.
You're fine. You're fine. You're an artist. You're a comedian. Like, it is what it is.
Am I though? Maybe I'm just a very funny guy who is not a comedian.
No,
I mean,
you're funny. I've seen your shows.
Oh, no, but I'm saying...
And you know me, I would tell you, yo, that shit wasn't funny if it wasn't funny.
No, but I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm an extremely funny guy who's not a comedian, because maybe a comedian is a guy who is good at booking and selling and all that. Like, maybe I'm a funny guy who uses the medium to get laughs, but because I'm not fake, that makes me not a comedian. Because that's the thing, if 80-90% of everybody who does it is fake and fucking...
Like the whole fucking world, though.
Yeah, if they're all fake and contrived, and that's what a comedian is, so maybe I'm not one. I'm gonna still keep doing stand-up, but like...
I don't know, in that context, I'm not anything. I'm just nothing. I just exist.
Yeah.
Because I cannot help but to be authentic and honest, and I feel like I'm always surrounded by people putting on a show. And it's so easy to see.
Oh, you work for real estate too. Those people are really putting on a show.
Sales in general.
That's a real showbiz.
Sales in general, you know. Yeah. But, I mean, even just at a grocery store, you know, you can just see it. People are so uncertain with themselves.
I drink soda and, like, my stomach is, like, gurgling like crazy.
Yeah.
I hope the microphone is not picking it up. If it is, I'm sorry. I'm not making tiny farts. It's just my stomach is. It's the soda. It's Pepsi. They're not sponsoring us.
Sorry. It's just we don't even have to talk about it.
No. I talk about everything. I put myself in awkward situations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
True authenticity.
Okay, let's end this. This is too long now.
Okay. Well. Why don't we call this episode
Existentialism? Because you just said I just exist.
We gotta talk LA dating and existentialism then.
Oh,
we gotta bring up the dating piece. Love and war. Just kidding.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Sex and sellouts. Relationship. Madness, complications.
What if we?
I am so great at naming.
What if we name it a question?
A question.
Are we all business people?
Or just are we all business? Is this just business? But the topic's not really that businessy though. You know.
What if we just call it? Does love exist?
I mean, sure.
No. We're not gonna name it just haphazardly. It's just.
Wait. I mean, our names don't always have to be perfect. We could name it Unicorn Love.
Yeah.
Fish Lips. Laugh! It's a joke.
No. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the name still. I didn't even hear what you said.
Okay. I think dating. Blank and blank.
Dates,
mates.
No, I was thinking that too, but no, dates and mates are the same thing. Dates and
mates is
fates.
Like a relationship, though.
No.
Isn't it? Or a friend? Like
yeah.
I don't know. Dates.
To live and die in LA. Because we talked about dating in LA, we talked about showbiz.
I think that's misguiding. What did we talk about after dating? Oh, drugs. Dates, drugs. Dating, drugs, and business.
No, it has to be another D if we're gonna do DD.
Dating, drugs, and distractions.
Delusions. Oh, we can call it DART. We can call it dating, drugs, edda.
No.
It means from art in
no.
French. No, okay. Alright.
No, we're not in France.
Alright.
We're still releasing in America.
What about dating, arts, and farts?
I do not want the word farts in our title.
And also, I'm not farting too. Just messed up.
Dating, drugs, and dating artful drugs. Art, drugs, and dating. Daddy issues.
Daters and painters. No?
Sure.
Okay, it's called Daters and... Oh, holy shit, this was hard to name.
This was a tricky one. Well, my name is Brooke.
My name is Orhun.
And thank you so much for watching Roommate Roulette with us.
It's episode 9 called Dating and... What? I forgot. Now see, if I forget, it's not good.
I forgot too!
It's because it wasn't good, that's why we forgot.
Dating... Let's just do dating and drugs. Dating, drugs, and money.
Dating, drugs...
Dating, drugs, and doing life.
Oh. Dough. Dating, drugs, and dough. Like money. Dough.
I think about pizza dough.
No, but dough, like, come on. I love the dough. Like that rap song.
Dating, drugs, and dough. Sure, whatever. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Roommate Roulette. I'm Brooke.
I'm Orhun. And this was episode 8 called Dating, Drugs, and Dough. We hope to shoot more and more as life progresses. And I hope that you guys are watching. Otherwise, we're just insane people with microphones in our face.
Here we go.
So, there you go. Bye.
Bye. Until next time.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Cool beans.
No, seriously though, my stomach, like, I don't have stomach problems. I just never drink soda.